Good evening, baseball fans. I'm John Preddy, and welcome to another edition of Coast Hotel's WCBL Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. The Weyburn Beavers and Sylvan Gulls meet tonight at Tom Lang Park for Game 2 of the two-game set. The Gulls defeated the Beavers last night by a 7-1 count, which saw Joe Hart awarded the Boston Pizza Player of the Game for his 5 innings of one-run ball. It's overcast with some showers in the area, cool and breezy tonight in Weyburn. Temperature is 21 degrees Celsius, 70 Fahrenheit, with wind out of the north at 15 kilometers an hour. It's about 10 miles an hour, with gusts to 24, and that's about 15 miles an hour. The umpires for tonight's game at home plate, Kevin Cooley at first base will be Connor Jocelyn, and at third base, Tyler Murphy tonight. The batting order for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, Bryce Hampton, the third baseman, will lead things off. The second baseman. He wears number 5. Simon Baker, the center fielder, wears number 38 and bats second. Jaden Flores is in the 3 spot, the shortstop, and wears jersey number 7. The designated hitter, Bryce Turner, bats 4th. He will be in right field tonight. Brock Tijerina is in left field, and he wears number 11, bats 5th. Number 15, Cam McLeod, will have the catching duties this evening, and he'll bat 6th. Matt Brandt is at first base once again tonight and wearing number 18. Number 24, Aiden Macaris, is in right field, and he'll bat 8th. And Jake Brooks at third base rounds out the order wearing jersey number 27. The starter tonight for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, Josh Tucker. Over on the Beavers side, Noah Brooks, the DH, bats first, wearing number 23. Number 15, Ryan Dauphiny, is in the 2 spot, and he'll be in right field tonight. Number 12, Ian Heck, is at first base and batting third. The cleanup hitter, Trevor Dale, the shortstop, wearing number 6. Braden Mancourt bats 5th, and he'll play third base tonight, wearing jersey number 7. Zach Tanabe is at second base, wearing number 9 and batting 6th. Alex Alva in left field, batting 7th, wearing number 4. Rob Gurney is the catcher, and he wears jersey number 10, and rounding out the order is number 2, Chet McDaniel, the center fielder, and Chet will bat 9th. The starter tonight, Dylan Parton, and we will be right back after the national anthem.
Once again, a big welcome to the under 11 Outlaws from Mengop and the under 9 Weyburn Wild.
Well, Dylan Parton prepares to take his warm-up tosses. We'll take a look at the defensive alignment for the Beavers as this game will start out. In left field, it's number 4, Alex Alva. In center, number 2, Chet McDaniel. And in right field, number 15, Ryan Dauphiny. Across the infield, Braden Mancourt, number 7, is the third baseman. Trevor Dale, number 6, playing position number 6. He's the starting shortstop tonight. Zach Tanabe, number 9, at second base. His first action at second base for the Beavers this season. Number 12, Ian Heck, is the starting first baseman. Rob Gurney is behind the plate handling the catcher's duties for the Beavers. And the starting pitcher, Dylan Parton. So far on the year, for Dylan Parton, he has appeared in 3 games, started all 3. He's thrown 15 innings, allowed 23 hits, 15 runs, only 8 of them earned. Has 7 strikeouts to go with 2 bases on balls, a 1-win, 1-loss record, and a 4.80 earned run average. Dylan Parton is from Cypress, Texas. He's a sophomore at Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas. And leading things off to face Dylan Parton will be second baseman Bryce Hampton. Also due up Simon Baker, the center fielder, number 38, and Jaden Flores, the starting shortstop. First pitch from Dylan Parton at 7:06 p.m. is a ball. And a fastball on the outside edge evens the count at 1-1. Bryce Hampton on the year, .333 average, 14 for 32. He has 3 doubles, 6 RBIs, and a stolen base. And that's fouled back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Owen McConnell retrieves that foul ball. Simon Baker in the on-deck circle for the Gulls. Curveball misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, just underway here in Weyburn. And there's a breaking ball line to Trevor Dale for the first out. Soft liner, easily handled by Trevor Dale. And that'll bring Simon Baker to the plate. Simon Baker on the year, .269 average, 18 for 67. 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 15 RBIs to lead the Gulls. Also leads the team with 5 stolen bases, and he takes strike 1. In last night's game, Baker had a good night, 3 for 5 with a walk, a couple of runs scored, and a stolen base. Count even at 1-1. Inside, Baker twists away from it to take ball 2. Swing and a miss, a crisp fastball there from Dylan Parton. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Slider misses outside. A lot of movement there. And that'll fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dylan Parton shakes Rob Gurney a couple of times. And the slider catches the inside edge. He froze Simon Baker. Great pitch there. Two outs for Jaden Flores. Flores on the year, a .302 average, 13 for 43, 2 doubles, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in, and 3 stolen bases. And a curveball in there for strike one to Flores. Last night, the big knock of the night was by Flores, a 2-run home run in the 7th inning to give the Gulls a 3-1 lead at that point. Fastball just misses outside. 1-1 the count. Overall on the night, Flores 1 for 5 with a walk. Fouls that just over the screen. Just nipped the top of it. And Dylan Parton looks in, ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just off the plate outside. Just trying to work the edge with it, and he's just been off the plate. Really close. Another fastball, that one a little farther out, maybe a little high too, and that's a second consecutive full count. Does Dylan go back to the slider as he did? Shakes Rob Gurney, and here comes the pitch. And it is a slider, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Dylan Parton in a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And we will return with the bottom of the first inning here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Josh Tucker takes his warm-up tosses for the Gulls and will set the Sylvan Lake Gulls defense for you. In left field, Brock Tijerina. In center field, Simon Baker. And in right field, Aiden Macaris. Across the infield, Jake Brooks at third base. Jaden Flores is the shortstop. Bryce Hampton plays second base. And Matt Brandt at first base once again this evening. Cam McLeod is the catcher tonight. And Josh Tucker, the starting pitcher. Tucker on the year, a couple of appearances, and they were rocky ones. He started 2 games. He's pitched a total of 1 inning. Only gave up 2 hits, but 6 runs, 5 of them earned on 4 walks to go with 1 strikeout. And a ERA in a short body of work of 45. Tucker from Spokane, Washington, 6'3", 220-pound left-hander, did not attend a university this season. So that might explain the slow start. Hasn't thrown much in game situations in a while. Leading things off for the Weyburn Beavers against Josh Tucker will be Noah Brooks, a DH, number 23. And also due up, number 15, Ryan Dauphiny, and then Ian Heck, number 12, is the number 3 hitter tonight. And that'll bring Noah Brooks to the batter's box. Noah on the year, a .379 batting average, 25 for 66. Has 5 doubles tied for the team lead, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs, also tied for the team lead. First pitch from Tucker misses inside for ball 1. Also tied for the team lead with 6 stolen bases, so he's been the catalyst for the offense this season for the Beavers. Fastball catches the outside edge, and that'll even things at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. In the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Fastball is high. And a 3-1 count to Noah Brooks. Tucker has to deliver a strike here. Fouled back to the screen. And that'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Noah Brooks, 2 nights ago, a lead-off home run. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Looked like a straight change there from Josh Tucker. And Ryan Dauphney comes to the plate. Doff on the year. 271 batting average, 19 hits in 70 trips, 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 18 RBIs. Doff with the starting duties in right field tonight and takes ball 1 from Josh Tucker. Check swing, foul and out of play. A high fastball that was out of the zone, but bat just got in front enough. Didn't go out, did not get right out in front. It wouldn't have been a called swing, but 2 balls and 1 strike. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Cam Williams, the coach at third base. Luke Sempt at first. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So the changeup has been Tucker's most effective pitch so far. Fastball is high. And another full count. Ryan Dauphney is good a 2-strike hitter as there is in the league. But he swings and misses there. 2 up, 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts by Josh Tucker. And Ian Heck will be the hitter. Ian on the year, a .343 batting average, 23 for 67 inside, ball 1. 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs for the slugger from York University. Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball high. So a couple of years ago, Josh Tucker was as dominant as a pitcher as there was in the league. And then last season, not quite as effective. Bat goes flying. Swing and a miss, and I think it went right through. It went over? Oh, okay. Ian losing the handle on that one. It's a little pine tar on there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle. Foul tip. Cam McLeod unable to squeeze that. And it'll still be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ian in last night's game. 2 for 4, a double and a single. And that's hit in the air to center field and deep. Back goes Baker, and he watches that one go! Home run! Ian Heck! And the Beavers are on the board! Right over the center field wall. All Simon Baker could do was take a seat and watch. Touch 'em all, Ian Heck! Solo home run for Ian Heck. Puts the Beavers out in front, 1-0, and Trevor Dale comes to the plate. Takes strike one. Trevor on the year, .333 average, 20 for 60. 3 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Two strikes the count. And a slider slides right in, and Trevor Dale is strikes out looking. So 3 strikeouts for Josh Tucker, but in between them, a solo home run. So the Beavers get a run on 1 hit, and there were no Sylvan Lake errors and no runners left on base. After 1 complete, the Weyburn Beavers won. The Sylvan Lake Gulls, no score. And we'll be right back with the second inning here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Dylan Parton back out on the mound for his second inning of work, and the Beavers have spotted him a 1-run lead. Facing Dylan Parton in the top of the second inning will be Bryce Turner, the designated hitter, Brock Tijerina, the left fielder, and Cam McLeod, the catcher. And a slider drilled past Mayencourt at third base, and that's a base hit. First base hit of the game for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Aggressive first pitch swinging there by Turner, and he's aboard for Brock Tijerina. Tijerina, a .280 average, 14 for 50. 3 doubles, a homer, and 7 runs batted in. In last night's game, Tijerina reached twice on errors and had a couple of singles. He was 2 for 5. And a slider with lots of movement, a check swing by Tijerina, who went around. Blocked by Rob Gurney. That kept Bryce Turner at first base. And Parton ahead in the count, 0-2. And a slider looped, bounces in front of Trevor Dale over to Tanabe for 1 to Ian Heck. Nice pick, Ian. Double play. 6-4-3. So a soft liner that lands in front of Trevor Dale, and him and Zach Tanabe able to turn one there, and there's 2 away. And Cam McLeod comes to the plate. McLeod on the year, 261 average, 6 for 23. Has a double and a solo home run for his only RBI. Off-speed pitch there, a straight change, I think. A swing and a miss, maybe a foul tip. But again, Dylan Parton ahead 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Fastball fouled back to the screen. Dylan Parton has the slider working tonight. He's sure getting sharp movement on it. So still 0-2 to Cam McLeod. Low. One ball, 2 strikes. And a slider. Tap foul. Count will remain 1-2. Matt Brandt, the first baseman in the on-deck circle. Outside, ball 2. So Cam McLeod fighting off a couple of tough pitches to stay alive and bring this count to 2-2 with 2 outs. And a slider foul. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming. Fastball. Snuck one by him. A swing and a miss with a late wave. And Dylan Parton faced the minimum, but it wasn't a 1-2-3 inning. There were no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors, and nobody left on base. So after 1.5, the Beavers won. The Gulls no score, and we'll be right back with the bottom of the second here on Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Braden Mayencourt will lead things off for the Weyburn Beavers here in the bottom of the second inning. Zach Tanabe, the number 6 hitter after him, and Alex Alva batting in the 7th spot. Those are the 3 due up to face Josh Tucker had 3 strikeouts in the first inning. Just waiting for point streak to flip over so that I can tell you the pitch count. Mine unofficially is 21 pitches for Josh Tucker. And Braden Mayencourt steps in. And that's lined to second base. Caught there by Bryce Hampton for the first out. Mayencourt lines out to second. And Zach Tanabe will be the hitter, the second baseman. Zach on the year, 10 for 50, a 200 average with a couple of RBIs. So Zach looking to get things going here. Inside and low, ball one. Zach's contributed some sound defense and a couple of decent pitching performances so far this year as well, as Tucker misses high for ball two. And that's hit in the air to right center, high and not that deep. Caught by Aiden Macaris. 2 away. And Alex Alva will be the hitter with 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Rob Gurney in the on-deck circle. Inside, ball one to Alex Alva. Of course, Alex has had family here all week. His father, Frank, mother, Deanna, and girlfriend, Kyrie. And Alex Alva lines that. He's going to have extra bases. He's digging. Rounds one. And a double with 2 outs for Alex Alva as he lined one down the first base line over top of Matt Brandt. So for Alex Alva, that's his 6th double of the season. And now he has sole possession of the doubles lead on the team. That's his 6th. I already said that, but Rob Gurney with a chance to drive in a run here. And both of the Beaver hits tonight have come with 2 outs. Rob on the year, 6 for 36 in 13 games. Has a double, a homer, and a couple of RBIs. Chance to add to the total here. Big hole between first and second. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Rob will go the other way. And Bryce Hampton trying to hold Alex Alva on, creating a really big hole there if Rob can shoot it. Tucker checks Alva back. I'm sure Rob sees that. Chet McDaniel in the on-deck circle. Let's go with the pitch. Rip one down the left field line if you get one in tight. A swing that looked like trying to go the other way. Nothing in 2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And it hits him. Rob Gurney aboard on a hit by pitch. And I get to use my red marker courtesy of Jordan Sazinski. And Chet McDaniel comes to the plate with 2 aboard and 2 out. Chet on the year, 6 for 41, has an RBI. And he hits that in the air to center field. Simon Baker coming in, and he won't get it. No play. RBI single for Chet McDaniel, and Alex Alva scores. 2-0 Beavs. Rob Gurney wears one and advances to second. And Noah Brooks with a chance with 2 runners aboard and 2 outs. Nice little 2-out rally by the Beavers. Pitch on the outside edge. Called strike 1. Noah 0 for 1 tonight, struck out to lead off the bottom of the first and hits that hard down the third base line. Scooped up there by third baseman Jake Brooks, and he'll step on third to retire Rob Gurney unassisted. The Beavers get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base, 1 in scoring position. After 2 complete, the Weyburn Beavers 2, the Sylvan Lake Gulls no score, and we'll be back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege right after this. Dylan Parton takes his last warm-up tosses, and in the top of the 3rd inning, he will face Matt Brandt, Aiden Macaris, and Jake Brooks. So even though there was a base hit allowed by Parton, he's faced the minimum number of batters in the game through 2 innings. Beavers have got through the order in the first 2 innings. And Matt Brandt takes ball 1 way outside. Brandt 11 for 42, a 262 average. 2 doubles, a homer, 4 RBIs for the first baseman. Slider, good pitch. Taken for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball, a swing and a miss. 1-2. Dylan Parton through 2 innings was at 29 pitches, 19 for strikes. Fouled over into the fan deck. Still 1-2. And that's tapped back to Dylan Parton. Over to Ian Heck. 1-3 for the putout, 1 out. And Aiden Macaris will be the hitter. Macaris 235, 12 for 51, 4 homers, 10 runs batted in. And he accomplished a rare feat last night. Takes ball 1. Macaris with the platinum sombrero 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. Takes ball 2. A feat that in Major League Baseball has only been accomplished 64 times in the history of MLB. So really uncommon. Slider is in there for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. And that led me to research what 6 strikeouts in 6 trips would mean. And the title for that is a horn, named by former Baltimore pitcher Mike Flanagan. Swing and a miss, full count. And Flanagan dubbed it a horn as his teammate Sam Horn struck out 6 times in a ball game, and that's been only done 8 times in the history of Major League Baseball. So there you have it. Full count. Slider, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. 4th strikeout for Dylan Parton. Number 27, Jake Brooks, the third baseman, comes to the plate. In the on-deck circle, leadoff hitter Bryce Hampton. Should Brooks extend the inning. Slider, swing and a miss on the inside edge. Strike 1. And a fastball hit in the air to center field. Chet McDaniel gives chase, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 2.5, the Weyburn Beavers 2, the Sylvan Lake Gulls, no score. And we'll return with the bottom of the 3rd here on Coast Hotels. Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Ryan Dauphiny will lead things off for the Beavers here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Doff 0 for 1 on the night. In last night's game, a tough one for Doff, 0 for 4. So looking to get things going here. And he hits that to deep center field. Baker goes back, and it's out of here! Home run! Ryan Dauphiny, the same place as Ian Heck. Wow, he crushed it. Rounds 3rd, high fives. Cam Williams, touch 'em all, Ryan Dauphiny. Doff was looking to get it going, and he did that in a big way. A leadoff home run here in the 3rd inning. Has the Beavers ahead by 3, and Ian Heck comes to the plate. And he takes strike 1. One ball and 1 strike, the count. Ian Heck homered in his first at-bat. Solo shot. And that's hit down the 3rd baseline. Scooped up there, over to 1 in time for the first out of the inning. Nice throw by Jake Brooks there on a backhanded play. 5-3 on the putout. Trevor Dale comes to the plate. Trevor struck out looking in the first. 0 for 1. Check swing did not go. Oh, he didn't see it. Calls it a strike. One ball, one strike. Trevor Dale last night, 1 for 3 with a walk. Fastball down the middle. 1-2 the count. Our scoreboard is wrong here at Tom Lang. Trevor Dale reaches out, fouls that one out of play. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. There we go. We have it corrected now. Braden Mayencourt in the on-deck circle for the Beavs. That's hit on the ground to Brooks. It eats him up. Tough hop. I think that's going to be an infield hit for Brooks. Kind of came shot right up at Brooks's glove. He got a glove on it, but I think that's got to be a base hit. Haven't seen the light come on. And Braden Mayencourt steps into the batter's box, and that was indeed a hit for Trevor Dale. First pitch to Mayo, high, ball 1. So a runner aboard for Mayencourt with 1 out. High, ball 2. Fourth hit of the game for the Beavers. Foul tip. Strike 1. Mayencourt lined out to the second baseman, Bryce Hampton, in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mayencourt coming into the game 20 for 63 on the year, 317 average. Homer and 13 runs batted in. Rings him up on a fastball on the outside edge. That'll be the 4th strikeout for Josh Tucker. And Zach Tanabe will be the hitter with 2 outs and a runner aboard. Tanabe takes for 1 strike. Zach flew out to the right fielder, Aiden Macaris, in the second inning. And that's hit the other way, and a base hit through the right side. Trevor Dale held at second base. And Zach back on the hit parade. Alex Alva will be the hitter. Alex doubled and scored in his first at-bat. He is 1 for 1, and a chance now with 2 outs to put another run on the board here. And he loops that over top of third base. It's going to drop. Dale's going to score. RBI single, Alex Alva, and the Beavers lead 4-0. Trevor Dale crosses home plate, and Rob Gurney comes to the plate with 2 aboard. Alex Alva 2 for 2 on the night. 4-0 Beavers lead. Some activity now in the pen for the Gulls. Rob was hit by pitch in his first at-bat and nearly hit there. A wild pitch by Tucker advances both runners. Had a chance to hit him again. That hit by pitch was the 4th of the year for Rob Gurney. He's tied for... No, he is not. Noah Brooks has been hit 5 times to lead the team. And a 1-ball count. And that's hit in the air to left field. Not going to have enough. Under it is Brock Tijerina, and he'll make the catch. And that will be it in the Beaver half of the 3rd inning. But they do get 2 runs on 4 base hits. There were no errors. And 2 runners left on base, both of them in scoring position. After 3 complete, the Weyburn Beavers 4, the Sylvan Lake Gulls 0. I had to check my scorecard as I saw a 5 flash up there on the board at Tom Lang Park. We'll be back with the 4th inning right after this here on Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Dylan Parton back on the mound for the Beavers here in the top of the 4th inning. Beavers lead this one 4-0. And to face Dylan Parton will be the top of the order for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Bryce Hampton, Simon Baker, and Jaden Flores. Bryce Hampton did not play in last night's ball game. He lined out to shortstop Trevor Dale on a soft liner to open the ball game, 0 for 1. Fastball just misses, 1 ball. Hampton from Bozeman, Montana, 6 foot, 185-pound right-hander from Washington State University. Fouls that over the screen and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Simon Baker in the on-deck circle. As Dylan Parton bounces 1 for ball 2. Two balls and a strike, the count. Nobody out here, top of the 4th. Slider, swing and a miss. Dylan Parton has the slider working tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Bryce Hampton. And another slider, ground ball, picked up by Mayencourt at third, over to Heck. In time, 5-3, the put out, 1 out. Nice play there at third base by Braden Mayencourt. And that'll bring the speedy Simon Baker to the plate. Baker struck out looking in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Simon Baker from Cochrane, Alberta, 6'4", 205 from Gonzaga University. The fastball just misses inside, 1-1. Curveball drops in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a slider hit in the air. Braden Mancourt takes control. And a soft fly out to the third baseman. So both plays made by Braden Mancourt, 2 away. And that'll bring Jaden Flores to the dish. Flores struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Flores, a product of Dallas, Texas, 6 foot, 195 pounds, bats right, throws right. Attends Texas Southern University, swings and fouls the first pitch to the screen. 0-1 the count. Number 9, Brock Turner, the designated hitter in the on-deck circle. A late time call, and Dylan Parton wants a new baseball, and he'll get one. Still 0-1 the count. Dylan Parton has looked sharp early in this one, but not there. Little Ricky Vaughn action for ball 1. Slider, swing and a miss. Sharp breaking slider there. Flores unable to catch up with it, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Nice thing that we're moving right along here. Threatening weather. We're probably going to get rain before the end of the ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another slider, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Dylan Parton. And another 3 up, 3 down inning for the left-hander from Cypress, Texas. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th here on Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. New pitcher for the Gulls here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Josh Delch, number 31, a right-hander. Delch from Spring, Texas. That's in the Houston area, up near the Woodlands in the northern part. 6'6", 185-pound right-hander from southwest Oklahoma. And so far this season for Delch, he's appeared in 3 games, started 1, pitched 8 1/3 innings. He's allowed 7 hits, 1 run, and it was earned. Has 5 strikeouts to go with 4 bases on balls, and a pretty shiny 1.08 earned run average. Leading things off against Josh Delch, Chet McDaniel. He'll be followed by designated hitter Noah Brooks and right fielder Ryan Dauphiny. Chet McDaniel with an RBI single in his last at-bat. 1 for 1 on the night for Chet. Takes strike one, a fastball on the outside edge. Pretty crisp one from Delch. Chet McDaniel from Lewisburg, Mississippi, a senior at Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas. Takes low for ball one. 1-1 the count. Fouls that over the screen and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Low, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The line on Josh Tucker, he went 3 innings, faced 17 batters, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, and struck out 4. He did not walk anyone. And that's hit in the air to left and deep. Back to the wall. Turns around. Home run! Chet McDaniel! A solo shot to left over the access now sign. First WCBL home run for Chet McDaniel, and the third solo shot of the night. Touch 'em all, Chet McDaniel! So a second home run to lead off an inning in consecutive innings. Daphne led off the third with a solo shot. Chet McDaniel here in the fourth, 5-0 Beavers lead. And quickly 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Noah Brooks. Noah struck out in his first at bat, 0 for 1. Curveball misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's hit on the ground to third, picked up by Brooks there, and he throws over to Brandt to retire Brooks there. Jake Brooks to Matt Brandt, and Noah Brooks is out 5-3 for the first out of the bottom of the fourth, and Ryan Daphne will be the hitter. Ryan Daphne, a solo home run in the third inning. 1 for 2 on the night for Doff. Fastball right at the knees, taken for strike 1. Ryan Daphne from Surrey, BC, attends Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas. Fouled out of play. Of course, Doff, the career leader in hits for the Beavers. 4th-year player. In the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Ian Heck on deck. Checks his swing. Didn't go. Oh, he didn't even get his hands out in front. Okay. Strikeout. Two outs for Ian Heck. Ian started things off for the Beavers in the first inning with a solo home run with 2 outs. 1 for 2. First pitch from Delch to Heck is a ball. Trevor Dale on deck. In the dirt, 2 balls. Ian Heck from Antelope, California, senior at York University in York, Nebraska. Fastball on the outside edge, called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ian, a second team NAIA All-American with his .400 batting average season and 18 home runs. Another fastball in a similar location taken. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5-0 Beavers lead. Batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Foul. That might make the highway. 2-2. Curveball. Good piece of hitting there for Ian to fight that off. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brings him up on a fastball off the plate outside. Back-to-back strikeouts. Beavers do get a run on 1 hit. There were no errors and no runners left on base. After 4 complete, the Weyburn Beavers 5. The Sylvan Lake Gulls, no score. We'll be back with the 5th inning here on Coast Hotels. Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege right after this. The line score for tonight's game after 4 innings, the Sylvan Lake Gulls, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Weyburn Beavers, 5 runs on 8 hits and also no errors. The Sylvan Lake Gulls, no runners left on base. The Beavers have left 4 on base and 3 of them in scoring position. And Bryce Turner will lead things off against Dylan Parton here in the top half of the 5th inning, the designated hitter. Takes ball 1. Turner, the only hit of the game for the Gulls, a single to lead off the 2nd inning. Slider, a big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Then Turner was promptly erased as Brock Tiarina hit into the 6-4-3 double play. That was a strike a few minutes ago, and it's a ball right now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Slider fouled over the screen and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 11, Brock Tiarina in the on-deck circle for the Gulls. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Slider in the dirt. And that'll fill the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Owen McConnell getting some exercise, chasing the foul balls and the pass balls down. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled out of play. Good battle here between the lefty Dylan Parton and the righty Bryce Turner. And that's hit into left field for a base hit. Sounded like he broke the bat. Two hits on the night for the Gulls, both of them by Bryce Turner. Beavers looking for a similar result here as they had in the second with Tiarina at the plate. 0 for 1, hit into that 6-4-3 double play. Brock Tiarina from Andrews, Texas. And he hits that the other way, and Alva can't get to it, and it gets by him. So that's score that a single and an error. A single by Tiarina, both runners advance. Turner on the hit and then on the E7. And Brock Tiarina on the same error. So Cam Williams coming out for a chat. No activity in the Beaver pen. Two hits without super good contact. Broken bat blooper. And then a weak fly ball in no man's land. But two runners aboard in scoring position here for number 15, the catcher Cam McLeod. Gulls have something going here in the top of the fifth inning. Matt Brandt in the on-deck circle. Cam McLeod from North Vancouver, BC. And he takes ball one from Dylan Parton. 5'11", 195 pounds, attends Cloud County Community College. Slider fouled into the Gulls dugout. 1-1. Dylan Parton with 5 strikeouts so far in the night, and one here would be just what the doctor ordered. Slider fouled again down the left field side. And Dylan Parton ahead 1-2 to Cam McLeod. Slider fouled again. McLeod way ahead of the slider. Parton shakes Gurney. And that's hit in the air down the line, and it's a fair ball. Extra bases for Cam McLeod. 2-run double. The Gulls are on the board. 3 straight hits. Well, Bryce Turner scored, and Brock Tiarina scored on the double. Still nobody out. That ought to get somebody up in the pen. 2 RBIs for Cam McLeod. Parton a fastball to Matt Brandt. Swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Brandt's a comebacker to Dylan Parton to lead off the third inning. He is 0 for 1. Slider misses low. One ball, one strike. Matt Brandt from Mansfield, Texas, 6'4", 200 pounds. That slider's in the zone, taken for strike 2. Matt Brandt attends Oral Roberts University. Fastball, he rings him up. Caught looking for the first out of the inning. 6th strikeout for Dylan Parton. Aiden Macaris comes to the plate. Oh for 1 on the night. Struck out in his first at-bat. Slider, a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Macaris from Okotoks, Alberta. 6'2", 217-pound right-hand thrower, right-hand hitter. Attends Bellevue University in Bellevue, Nebraska. Slider just misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike the count to Aiden Macaris. Slider is in the zone. Dance with what brought you there. The slider has been working really effectively for Dylan Parton. Except to Cam McLeod. McLeod was all over them. 1-2, 1 out. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a slider drilled down the left field line. That's an RBI single for Aiden Macaris, and his 6th consecutive strikeout streak ends with an RBI single. Three runs here in the 5th inning, and that'll get some movement going in the Beaver bullpen. 1 out. The runner on first base, Aiden Macaris, and Jake Brooks will be the hitter. Takes a fastball for strike 1. For Jake Brooks, he flew out to deep center field to Chet McDaniel rather. Thinking of Cam McLeod. So 0 for 1. And a 1-1 count to the third baseman, who's had a solid defensive game on the hot corner for the Gulls. Slider fouled towards the Gulls' dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball on the outside edge, fouled away by Brooks. A defensive swing to stay alive. Jake Brooks from Spruce View, Alberta, 6'1", 190-pound right-hand batter, right-hand thrower. Attends St. Joseph Academy. And a hit and run play, and that's smashed by Jake Brooks into the left field corner, and that's going to score Macaris all the way from first base. RBI double, Jake Brooks. Got to go get him, Cam. 5 hits in the inning, 4 runs for the Gulls. And we'll see who's warming down there in the pen. Rob Gurney coming out to talk to Dylan Parton. That'll be a charged mound visit. Cam visited him earlier? Yeah, he did. So that's a second charged visit. Of course, you don't have to make the change, but for the purposes of Kevin Cooley out to the mound to see what's going on. And Kevin Cooley and Rob Gurney go for a walk together back to home plate, and we'll be ready to get underway here. Only one out. 4-5 hits in the inning, 4 runs across for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Slider is low for ball 1. To leadoff hitter Bryce Hampton. Hampton 0 for 2 on the night, lined out softly to short and grounded out to third base. There's a fastball delivered for a strike from Dylan Parton. Pitch count starting to get up there for Dylan. Bryce Hampton, Bozeman, Montana. Fastball just misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. I think it might be Logan Kinter warming. Fastball called strike, right at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Kinter usually coming in late in the game in high leverage type situations. A slider tapped on the ground to third. Mayencourt can't come up with it. Probably an infield hit. Tough break there. 6th hit in the inning. "87 pitches for Dylan Parton, 60 of them for strikes." And he's going to stay in the game to face the left-handed hitter, Simon Baker. Baker bunts right towards Mayencourt, over to first, not in time, a bunt single. Bases loaded. And here comes Cam Williams. 7th hit of the inning. Couple of tough ones there. A ground ball in no man's land, and we're going to see Logan Kinter. So we'll take a short 30-second break and be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. We're back here at Tom Lang Park as Logan Kinter takes his warm-up tosses. On the year, Logan has appeared in 6 games. Before tonight, he's pitched 10 innings, allowed 12 hits. 6 runs, 4 of them earned. 11 strikeouts to go with 6 bases on balls. He possesses a 1-win, 3-loss record and a 3.60 earned run average. And he'll come in with the bases loaded here and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. And face the number 3 hitter, Jaden Flores. Flores, the 9th batter of the inning. 7 hits and a strikeout for the Gulls as they have chomped into that 5-run lead. It's 5-4. First pitch fastball high, taken by Flores for ball 1. Low, ball 2. Logan Kinter from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, a sophomore at Eastern New Mexico University. Swing and a miss. Flores took a rip at it. 2-1 the count. Ian Heck playing in on the grass. Braden Mancourt behind the bag at third. Fastball sails high for ball 3. 3-1. Got to deliver strikes here. Swing and a miss at a fastball. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Logan Kinter looking to maintain the Beavers' 1-run lead. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout there from Logan Kinter for the 2nd out of the inning. There's all 3 base runners, the property of Dylan Parton, so we cannot close the book on Dylan just yet. And Bryce Turner comes to the plate, fouls one back to the screen. Oh, and 1 the count. 10th batter of the inning. Breaking ball, good block by Rob Gurney. It was in the dirt. One and 1. Bryce Turner 2 for 2 on the night. Pair of singles and a run scored. Fastball sails high. 2 balls and a strike. Two outs, bases loaded. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A big swing there by Bryce Turner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inside. And the count goes full. So a big payoff pitch coming here. Runners will be on the move. Full count with 2 outs. Popped up. Ian Heck calls for it and makes the catch. Logan Kinter comes in and gets out of an enormous jam. Gets a strikeout and a pop-up to get out of a bases-loaded situation. And the Beavers escape the top of the 5th inning with a 5-4 lead 4 runs on 7 hits for the Gulls. There was a Beaver error and 3 big base runners left on. After 4.5, the Weyburn Beavers 5, the Sylvan Lake Gulls 4, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 5th here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Josh Delch back on the mound to throw the top of the 5th inning here for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. He came in the 4th on relief of Josh Tucker. Allowed a home run to the first batter he faced. Chet McDaniel settled down and retired the side 1-2-3 after that. Big swing and a miss by Trevor Dale. Strike 1. Dale 1 for 2 with a run scored tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 2. In the last 7 days, Trevor Dale 5 for 24, so cooling off from his red-hot start where he was hitting like 440. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Josh Delch. Seven strikeouts on the night for Gulls pitchers, and Braden Mancourt comes to the plate. Braden 0 for 2 tonight. And that's hit on the ground to Matt Brandt. Flips to Delch, covering. 3-1 for the putout on the first pitch. So 4 pitches in, Josh Delch has 2 outs. And Zach Tanabe will be tasked with taking some pitches here, I'm gonna think. "24 pitches, 18 for strikes for Delch. Zach Tanabe takes a fastball for strike 1. And that's hit deep into the corner by Tanabe. Extra bases. Rounds first. And a stand-up double with 2 outs for Zach Tanabe. His second hit of the ball game. Good to see Zach get things going. He's what I would call a real good dude. Nice young man. Nice to see him have some success as he did early in the year. And Alex Alva will be the hitter with 2 out and a runner in scoring position. Fouls that straight back to the screen. Alex Alva, 2 for 2, doubled and scored in the second, an RBI single in the third. So a good night so far for Alex, and looking for him to keep that going here. And he drills that to the right field corner. Extra bases for Alex Alva. And he's held at second base. An RBI double for Alex Alva. Back-to-back doubles with 2 outs. The Beavers get a run back. That's important. You give up 4, you got to answer. Get some of that momentum back, and the Beavers did just that. And things still going here with Rob Gurney at the plate. Rob 0 for 1 tonight. Was reached on a hit by pitch. Takes strike 1. Rob from Campbell River, BC. Attends the University of Pikeville in Pikeville, Kentucky. Fouls that out of play. 0-2 the count to Rob Gurney. Chet McDaniel on deck for the Beavers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a breaking ball. The Beavers do get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base in scoring position. After 5 complete, the Weyburn Beavers 6, the Sylvan Lake Gulls 4. And the sixth inning will be on tap when we return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Logan Kinter back out on the mound for the Beavers here in the top of the 6th inning after he came in and got out of a big bases-loaded jam with 2 outs. So the book on Dylan Parton on the night, 4 1/3 innings, he scattered 8 hits. Well, 7 of them were in the 5th inning, so he was cruising up to that point. 4 runs, they were all earned. He struck out 6 in the 20 batters he faced and did not walk a batter. And Kinter, 2/3 of an inning, a strikeout, will face Brock Tijerina. Tijerina takes ball 1 outside on a fastball. Brock Tijerina, 1 for 2, singled and scored. And that's fouled off his foot. 1-1. Tijerina from Andrews, Texas, 5'11", 195 pounds. Bats left, throws right. Attends Lubbock Christian University in Lubbock, Texas. And 1-1 the count. Takes low, ball 2. 2-1. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kinter got to 3-1. against Turner and came back. A big swing and a miss there. Got Turner to pop up on the full count pitch to Ian Heck to end the threat in the 5th inning. And a ground ball, Trevor Dale on one hop over to Ian Heck. A low throw, but not in the dirt. Scooped by Ian Heck, 6-3 for the first out of the inning. And Cam McLeod will be the hitter. McLeod with a big knock in the 5th, a 2-run double. That put the first 2 Sylvan Lake Gull runs on the board, and he swings and misses for strike 1. Bounces one, does Logan Kinter. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out here. In the top of the 6th, it'll be interesting to see if you're going to try to run Kinter out there for another inning. No activity in the pen. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Logan usually a 1-inning guy, but that went 2/3 here already. Foul tip back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Owen's getting his cardio in chasing those down, Lisa. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. A fastball misses, and that fills the count for the 2nd consecutive batter. 3rd consecutive batter, actually, faced by Logan Kinter. So getting the pitch count up. Fastball, swing and a miss. 2nd strikeout for Logan Kinter, and the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring Matt Brandt to the plate with 2 out. Brandt 0 for 2 on the night. Kinter throws one into the dirt, to the screen for ball 1. Fastball sails high. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Aiden Macaris in the on-deck circle. Fouled out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two outs. Top of the 6th inning, Beavers up by 2. Fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Logan Kinter battling back. I think the way to describe Logan Kinter is effectively wild. Oh, beautiful slider there. Caught looking absolutely frozen. 3rd strikeout, Logan Kinter, a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 5.5, Weyburn 6, Sylvan Lake 4, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. jumped again. Josh Delch back out for his third inning of work here in the sixth. And he will face Chet McDaniel and then the top of the order, Noah Brooks, Ryan Dauphiny. Delch, a couple of runs allowed, both earned. First pitch to Chet McDaniel, a breaking ball, stayed inside, didn't move enough. And it's taken for ball one. High. Ball two. Chet McDaniel, a good night at the plate. He's 2 for 2. An RBI single and a solo home run to lead off the fourth inning. And he drives that into the gap in right center. An extra bases for McDaniel. And he'll stand on second with a double to lead off the sixth. 3 for 3 for Chet McDaniel. Three home runs in the game for the Beavers, all solo homers, and 4 doubles. So 7 extra base hits, and Noah Brooks comes to the plate with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Low, ball one. Noah 0 for 2 so far tonight. Designated hitting duties, no outfield efforts for Noah tonight. Slider misses outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Ryan Dauphiny is on deck. Chet McDaniel, good speed at second. He should score on a single to the outfield. High, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. To Langley, BC's Noah Brooks. Noah attends the University of Pikeville in Pikeville, Kentucky. Straight take, a high fastball, and a 4-pitch walk to Noah Brooks. That is the first base on balls issued in the game by any pitcher. And it comes in the 6th inning. We did have a hit by pitch, but not a base on balls. And a mound visit. So Kevin Cooley will give him a minute to chat, and then he'll go out and shut this down. I didn't notice. Was there action in the pen down there, Lisa? Or is this give him time to get somebody up? I think the Beavers are going to ride Kinter for another inning. And number 15, Ryan Dauphiny, will be the hitter with 2 aboard and nobody out. Chet McDaniel is a runner on second and Noah Brooks a runner on first. Corner infield's in. Dauphiny shows bunt, takes ball 1. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle. Doff looking to move the runners over at a minimum here. Shows bunt again. Pitch misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Good plate patience there by Dauphiny to pull the bunt back twice and allow the pitch to get out of the zone. Squares. Takes strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Squares again, gets it down, pushes it towards first base. He only has a play to go to 1. So Matt Brandt, a sacrifice bunt by Ryan Dauphiny, moves 2 runners into scoring position. Noah Brooks goes down to second and Chet McDaniel down to third. And the putout went 3-4 with the second baseman Bryce Hampton covering first base. Bunted it a little bit firmly. Looked like Brandt might have had a play, but Chet McDaniel's speed too good, had no chance to go to third base. And that's hit on the ground, picked up and flipped to Brandt. So 1-3, first pitch swinging for Ian Heck. And Trevor Dale will be the hitter. Come on, Trevor Dale. Trevor is 1 for 3 tonight with a run scored. And he'll be looking to get in on the extra base hit parade here tonight. Gets away from Delge. Here comes Chet McDaniels, and he will score on the wild pitch. 7-4 Beavers, and Noah Brooks moves over to third base on the same wild pitch. And a 1-ball count to Trevor Dale. High ball 2. So there is serious activity now in the pen for the Gulls. And he hits Trevor Dale. Second hit batsman of the ball game. Rob Gurney was hit earlier. And warming in the pen, my illustrious spotter informs me, is number 32, Hunter Jones. She's the best in the business. Fastball to Braden Mancourt, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Mancourt 0 for 3 tonight, looking for his first hit. Trevor Dale, the runner on first. Interesting to see if he'll be going. Check swing, strike. And Delsh way ahead, 0-2. To the Beavers' third baseman tonight, Braden Mancourt. Zach Tanabe in the on-deck circle. Throw in the dirt. Nice work there by Cam McLeod to keep that in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Dale goes, hit in the air the other way by Mancourt. Oh, and the left fielder lost it and recovered to make the catch. He came in and then had to go back hard. Brock Tijerina had fooled him, and he makes a heck of a play. Should have been a routine play. But Braden Mancourt flies out to the left fielder for the third out. The Beavers do get a run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 base runners left. 1 in scoring position. After 6 complete, it is the Weyburn Beavers 7 And hang on a second. The umpires are going to confer on this at the request of Cam Williams. Did that ball come loose out there? Wouldn't surprise me. That was a tough play. We're going to take a 30-second break and be right back, and we'll update you on what's going on. We're back. That is after the conference. Still a third out. Cam Williams still not convinced. So the previous verdict does stand. So Logan Kinter is on to attempt to go another inning. And we're going to take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard while Logan Kinter takes his warm-up tosses. There's not going to be all that much to talk about tonight as we have 3 games in Alberta rained out. The Fort McMurray Lethbridge game, the Brooks Okotoks game, and the Saskatoon Medicine Hat game, all victims of the weather tonight. So just 3 games underway. The Energy City Cactus Rats in the bottom of the 7th, a big 6-1 lead over the Regina Red Sox. In Swift Current, or in Moose Jaw at Ross Wells Park, actually, the Swift Current 57's in the top of 5, an 8-2 lead over the Moose Jaw Miller Express. And, of course, here in Weyburn, 7-4 Beavers going to the top of the 7th inning. And Logan Kinter, who has already gone an inning and 2/3 tonight, and he has faced the minimum number of hitters in that inning and 2/3. Only 5. 5 batters faced, 5 retired. And Aiden Macaris will be the hitter, and he is the hittee as a breaking ball gets away from Logan Kinter. And the leadoff man is aboard on a hit by pitch. The first batter hit by Beaver pitching tonight, and it comes in the 7th inning. I kind of expect to see some action down in the pen for the Weyburn Beavers as Jake Brooks comes to the plate. Fastball fouled the other way, no play. Lands just the other side of the Beaver bullpen for strike 1. Jake Brooks 1 for 2 tonight, flew out to center, and an RBI double to left field in the 4-run 5th. Breaking ball misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Beavers lead by 3 at 7-4. Fastball fouled over the screen and out of play. The count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everybody wanted that fastball. Looked like it was on the outside corner, but ball 2. Good location. Not a place that Brooks could handle it very well. Fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Fouled back to the screen. Good battle here. Jake Brooks, the third baseman, versus Logan Kinter. Hard throwing right-hander for the Beavers. And that's popped up. Shallow center. Back goes Trevor Dale. On comes Chet McDaniel. It's going to drop. No, it's not. I thought it dropped and we had to play it too. But caught by Chet McDaniel. Good job, Chet. Trevor Dale was in front of me, so I didn't have a good view of it. One out, and the top of the order up. Bryce Hampton. Hampton 1 for 3 tonight. Fastball outside, ball 1. There's a fastball at the knees taken by Hampton. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. There is 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Simon Baker, the center fielder, is in the on-deck circle. Bounces the breaking ball. Good block by Rob Gurney, and that keeps Aiden Macaris at first base. Good defensive play by one of the best defensive catchers in the league, Rob Gurney. Two balls and a strike. Ooh, looked like a good location of the fastball just off the plate outside. 3 balls and a strike. Well, we've seen Logan Kinter battle back from a couple of these spots before 3-1. And that's hit hard. Trevor Dale drops it, E6. Looked like there was a double play ball there, but then it escaped Trevor Dale. Hampton reaches on the air. Aiden Macaris makes it down to second base. And Cam Williams coming out for a visit. We'll talk about what they want to do defensively and calm down the young right-hander. Just a perfect double play ball hit sharply. And it did manage to elude the Weyburn shortstop, Trevor Dale. Two aboard for Simon Baker. Baker 1 for 3 on the night. Simon Baker, a bunt single in his last at-bat, so he's going to be a really, really tough guy to double up. Macaris dancing around at second base. Kinter was watching him, took too much time. Simon Baker asked for time, and it is granted. One out, top of the 7th inning. We don't really have an infielder holding the runner on, so Macaris is just dancing around out there. Fastball catches the outside edge. Good location, good pitch there to Simon Baker. He takes that for strike 1. And timed it well. When Macaris danced back to the bag, he delivered the pitch. So fouled. Off the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes the count to the speedy Simon Baker. Runner goes, check swing, and he went. Strike 3. And Macaris goes to third base with a stolen base. But there are 2 away now. And Jaden Flores comes to the plate. Flores has some pop. He hit one out at Tom Lang Park last night. The wind blowing. Looks like it's blowing out of here. Runner goes. Gurney does not make the throw. And Bryce Hampton down to second base with a stolen base. Good decision by Rob to squeeze that. What really matters here is getting Jaden Flores. You don't want to throw one away and bring a run in here. Curveball is low. One ball and 2 strikes. 2 runners in scoring position for the Gulls. Aiden Macaris on third. Bryce Hampton on second. Fastball high, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch count on Kinter getting up there. Fastball high. 3 balls and 1 strike. I don't see anybody moving in the Beaver pen. Maybe I missed somebody. 2 outs, top of 7. Swing and a miss. A crisp fastball. And a full count to Jaden Flores with 2 outs. Fouled back to the screen. A good pitch there by Kinter. And a nice piece of hitting by Jaden Flores to stay alive. The Sylvan Lake shortstop 0 for 3 so far tonight. Kinter looking to get out of the inning. And he hits him. Second hit batter of the inning. And that's going to load the bases. For Brock Tijerina. Actually, it will be Bryce Turner. That will be the hitter. Turner has been dangerous. 2 for 3 on the night. Bases loaded. Fastball looked high, but called the strike nonetheless. 0-1. Brock Tijerina in the on-deck circle for the Gulls. Oh, a slider just misses outside. 1-1. And that's hit in the air to center field. Over comes Chet McDaniel, and he'll make the catch. A big out there. And a bases loaded threat is extinguished. No runs. And there was no hits. 2 hit batsmen and an error. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 3 left, obviously 2 of them in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th and we'll return with Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege.
You think he caught that? No, because why did he lay on the ground that long? If he played ball long enough, he'd have caught it, he'd have stuck his hand up right away.
New pitcher for the Sylvan Lake Gulls here in the bottom of the 7th inning is number 32, Hunter Jones. He's a 5'11", 180-pound right-hander from Edmonton, Alberta. Attends Cal State in Los Angeles. And he will face Zach Tanabe, Alex Alva, and Rob Gurney in the home half of the 7th inning. Hunter Jones on the year. This will be his 4th appearance in the previous 3. Started 2 games. Went 6 innings. He's allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, or 10 runs, 6 earned, actually. Has struck out 3 to go along with 7 walks. And that calculates to an earned run average of 9.00. And Zach Tanabe, who's had a good night, steps in. Inside, almost hits him. Ball 1. Zach 2 for 3 on the night. In his first at-bat, it was a really good contact fly out to Aiden Macris in right field. And that's hit in the air into shallow right. Back goes the second baseman, Bryce Hampton. Quite a ways out into right field. A nice play by him. And an F4 in the outfield. We'll bring Alex Alva to the plate. Zach Tanabe 2 for 4 on the night, and Alex Alva will come to the plate. Alex 3 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. Outside, ball 1. Two RBIs in the 3 for 3 night for Alex. Fouled back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here, bottom of the 7th inning. Beavers up by 3. I haven't seen any movement in our pen, Lisa. I think Kinter might be heading back out. And a conference between the catcher and his pitcher. Kevin Cooley makes the slow walk out to shut things down. Another charged visit. I think that's 3 on the night. You only get 5. Of course, the same old rules apply that the second visit from the dugout, you got to take them out. One and 1 with 1 out here to Alex Alva. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alex Alva, the senior at the University of Jamestown in Jamestown, North Dakota. And Alex is from Littleton, Colorado. About 45 minutes from Denver. He informed me when I asked him. 1-2 pitch. Drilled foul. Alex really seems to be seeing the ball well tonight. Rob Gurney in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Tap foul. Isaiah Granado with the good play there. Luke Senft upset because he didn't get to field the ball. Count still 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's hitting the air to deep center field. Get going. Simon Baker catches it up against the wall. A long fly ball. And Alex Alva 3 for 4 on the night.
To the plate, that catcher, number 6, Rob Gurney.
And Rob Gurney comes to the plate. One of the best walk-up songs in the league. Welcome to the show, Cody Johnson. And Rob Gurney at the plate with 2 outs here in the Beaver half of the 7th. Takes outside for ball 1. Rob 0 for 2. Reached as a hit batsman in the 2nd inning. Chet McDaniel in the on-deck circle. And that's hit on the ground to Jake Brooks at third base. Throw over in time. 5-3 on the putout. Rob Gurney hustling down the line. Made it close. 3 up, 3 down inning for Hunter Jones. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And we'll be back with the 8th inning here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. We're back at Tom Lang Park here in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Logan Kinter back on the mound, and we're going to take a quick look at the line score of tonight's game. For the Sylvan Lake Gulls, 4 runs on 8 hits. They have not committed any errors in the field, and they have left 6 runners on base, and they were all in 2 innings, so they left the bases loaded twice in the ball game and trail by 3. For the Weyburn Beavers, 7 runs on 11 hits. There have been 2 errors on the defensive side. The Beavers have left 7 runners on base, 5 of them in scoring position. And we're starting to see some movement now in the pen, so we'll see who will be working the 9th for the Beavers. Brock Tijerina to lead things off in the 8th inning for the Gulls. Takes a strike from Logan Kinter. Fouled back to the screen. Nothing in 2. So the book on Delsh, 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, and that's hit on the ground to Trevor Dale. Over to Ian Heck, and a tag applied for the out. The throw pulled him off the bag, but Ian alertly tags Brock Tijerina for the 6-3 put out. So back to the line on Delch. 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Had 4 strikeouts to go with 1 walk, the only walk of the ball game, and he faced 15 hitters. Curveball into Cam McLeod for strike 1. McLeod 1 for 3 on the night, a couple RBIs on a double, and a couple of strikeouts. And he takes ball 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Matt Brandt. That's hit foul and out of play. Starting to rain lightly here at Tom Lang Park. Hopefully we can get the rest of this one in. Two balls, two strikes, the count to Cam McLeod. Takes strike 3 right at the knees. Great pitch, Logan Kinter. 2 outs. And a pinch hitter for Cam Brandt will be Brooks Bachman. Bachman, 5'11", 185-pound left-handed hitter, right-handed thrower from San Diego, California. Attends Colorado Mesa University. For Logan Kinter, his 4th strikeout. And Bachman takes strike 1. Bachman on the year, a .305 average, 18 for 59, has a double, a homer, and 6 RBIs. Fastball misses inside for ball 1. In last night's game, Bachman 2 for 5 on the night with a couple of strikeouts as he fouls that one back to the screen. Couple of singles for Brooks Bachman. Fastball in the dirt, and that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just overthrown a little bit by Logan Kinter. Logan has really stretched it out here tonight. Strike 3 called! Logan Kinter, 3 2/3 innings tonight. And 5 strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Beavers batting in the bottom of the 8th when we return here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Hunter Jones on the mound for the Sylvan Lake Gulls for his 2nd inning of work. And he will face Chet McDaniel, Noah Brooks, and Ryan Dauphiny. And these guys, particularly McDaniel and Noah Brooks, having a pretty good last 7 days. In the last 7 days, in 3 games, Chet McDaniel, 3 for 8 with 4 walks. So His on-base percentage in the last 7 days, .615 and a .375 batting average, and 3 for 3 here tonight. So adding to those numbers, we'll see what drops off the back, I guess. And he hits them. So Chet McDaniel aboard for the 4th time tonight. And Noah Brooks comes to the plate. And talking about guys that have been hot over the last 7 days, Noah Brooks leads the way for the Beavers in that department. 12 for 24 in the last 6 games with a double, 3 home runs, and 11 runs batted in. A .500 batting average, a .536 OBP, and .917 slugging over the last 7 days. Takes a curveball for strike 1. Tonight, 0 for 3 for Noah Brooks and reached on a walk, the only walk of the game. And this 1 strike the count. Low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ryan Dauphiny on deck. Hunter Jones steps off. Chet McDaniel retreats to first. Good speed on first base. Slider catches the inside edge for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. That's hit foul down the third base line. We'll hold at 1 and 2. Runner goes. Pitch in the dirt. Stolen base. Chet McDaniel showing his good speed. Gets into scoring position for Noah Brooks. And a 2-2 count on Noah. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A nice curveball there from Hunter Jones. 1 away. Brooks Bachman, who hit for Matt Brandt, occupies the defensive spot at first base for the Sylvan Lake Gulls now. And a runner in scoring position for Ryan Dauphiny. Inside, just misses him, ball 1. Doff on the night, 1 for 3, a solo home run, a couple of strikeouts, and a sacrifice bunt to get a couple of runners into scoring position back in the 6th inning. And a chance to knock in his 20th of the year here. Hits that foul off of the facade on the front of the dugout. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th inning. Beavers up by 3. Checks Chet back to second. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Ryan Dauphiny, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, big cut there by Doff. 1 and 2. Good leave there by Dauphiny. Trying to be defensive with 2 strikes and followed that one right off the plate. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Inside ball 3. Another quality at bat from Ryan Dauphiny. Drizzle not getting any worse. Looks like, surprisingly, we might get this one in. Swing and a miss. Bottom dropped out of that. Good pitch by Hunter Jones. 2 away. Well, after the hit batsman, 2 consecutive strikeouts for Jones, and Ian Heck will be the hitter. Ian 1 for 4 tonight. In the preceding 7 days coming into the game, another hot hitter is Ian Heck. Takes ball 1. 11 for 27 in the last 6 games, 3 doubles, a homer, 6 RBIs. A .407 average over the last 7 days for Ian Heck. And Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle. Curveball drops in the zone, and Hunter Jones, that's been his most effective pitch, has been that curveball. 1-1. Nothing doing in the pen for the Gulls. Nothing happening over there for the Beavers either. Inside. 2 balls and a strike to Antelope, California's Ian Heck. And that's hit hard past the shortstop. McDaniels, wait, that's interference! And Kevin Cooley called it right away. Jake Brooks got in the way of Chet McDaniel. Kevin Cooley right away indicated it was interference, but Chet McDaniel did score. Good work by the veteran umpire behind home plate. RBI single for Ian Heck. An insurance run there for the Beavers. And Trevor Dale is at the plate with Braden Mayencourt on deck. Curveball misses inside for ball 1. Trevor Dale 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch tonight. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Count 1-1. In the dirt, blocked by McLeod, right out in front of the plate. Ian Heck not going anywhere. 2 balls and 1 strike. Keaton Husband delivering some baseballs to home plate umpire Kevin Cooley, who's done a really good job here tonight. Very consistent zone. And that's hit in the air to deep center. Back goes Simon Baker, and goodbye baseball! Trevor Dale puts a And Heck scores! The Beavers 10 spot on the night. Touch 'em all, Trevor Dale, his 5th of the year. Well, Trevor Dale now tied for the league lead with Corey Waters and Ethan Murdoch of the Saskatoon Berries with 5 home runs and a swing and a miss by Braden Mayencourt. A big 3 runs for insurance here. The Beavers will take a minimum of a 6-run lead into the 9th. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Zach Tanabe on deck. All 4 Beaver home runs tonight. They're all hit over 400 feet into center field. And we just don't see a lot of balls leave Tom Lang that way. That's hit on the ground. Fielded in foul territory by Bachman. Outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Hunter Jones. Despite that, the Beavers do get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and no runners left on base. Well, after 8 complete, it is the Weyburn Beavers 10, the Sylvan Lake Gulls 4, and we will be back with the 9th inning here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege right after this. So some changes. Luke Malzewski enters the game for defensive purposes at third base, giving Braden Mayencourt the rest of the night off. And leading things off for the Sylvan Lake Gulls will be Aiden Macaris, and he fouls the first pitch from Logan Kinter back to the screen. Hunter Jones, 2 innings, 36 pitches, 22 for strikes. And 2 strikes quickly to Aiden Macaris. Macaris 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch tonight. Stole a base and has an RBI. Oh, a wicked curveball. Macaris watches it go by. So the last 3 strikeouts by Logan Kinter have all been looking drops another strike in to Jake Brooks, and Kinter ahead in the count. Swing and a miss, a crisp fastball there, 0-2. What a confidence boost for Logan Kinter, who's been up and down a little bit, but has generally thrown really well for the Beavers. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 4 straight strikeouts by Logan Kinter. 8 strikeouts for Logan Kinter. In 4 1/3. So faced 16 hitters and struck out half of them. Bryce Hampton takes ball 1. The first ball of the inning thrown by Logan Kinter. And he responds by throwing yet another strike. Fill in the zone here in the 9th. A curveball. And a dandy at that drops right into the zone, and the Gulls down to their last strike. Strike 3 called! What a pitch! Kinter strikes out the side in the 9th, and the Beavers win! Beavers win! 10-4 the final here at Tom Lang Park. 9 strikeouts for Logan Kinter as he strikes out the side in the 9th inning. What a relief appearance for him. He goes 4 2/3, and we have so many candidates for the Boston Pizza Player of the Game tonight. But I think I got to give it to Logan Kinter. He threw 80 pitches out of the pen. Amazing. 4 2/3, scoreless, and strikes out 9. Absolutely an outstanding performance by Logan Kinter. The line score in tonight's game: the Sylvan Lake Gulls 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Weyburn Beavers 10 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. The Beavers scored in 7 of the 8 innings. They only failed to put a run up in the 7th, scored in every other inning of this ball game. And the winning pitcher tonight is Logan Kinter. The losing pitcher is Josh Tucker. So Kinter, his record improves to 2-3, and for Josh Tucker, his record drops to no wins and 1 loss. We've already announced the Boston Pizza Player of the Game, and that is Logan Kinter with that outstanding relief appearance as the kids run the bases here at Tom Lang Park, and a fun night for everyone here. The Beavers hit the road tomorrow to Swift Current for the first part of a weekend home and home, weather permitting, against the 57s. On behalf of our producer, Lisa Preddy, everyone back at FloCollege Central, and myself, John Preddy, I'd like to thank absolutely everyone for watching Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege, not only tonight, but every time you tune in. We wish you a safe drive home if necessary. Thank you, and good night.